Probably.
Well, the guy who started IKEA is real into the Mustache Man. That's come out a few
Is he
times.
really?
Oh, yeah.
That guy's popular with a lot of people, it turns out,
The
through history.
Costco guy.
Yeah.
You start looking through history, JFK loved him.
Yeah, a lot of people are
a
into
lot of
him.
people. Henry Ford.
AJ Bufumo and his son Big Justice are indeed Jewish.
I wasn't even trying to
Wait,
really
they're
check
like
these guys.
LARPing as Italians?
Yeah. You didn't know
Italians
that?
and Jay
No,
switch
I
a
didn't
lot.
know this.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Mafia.
They're really
Totally.
Yeah.
Like every Mafia
What
movie is
the-
actually about Jays, but
Isn't
they
that
just
crazy?
make it about Italians.
So we're like, oh, the Italian Mafia as kids you grow up. And you're like, oh, the head guy was actually Meyer Lansky, Jew.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah,
Meyer
all of them. Bugsy Siegel.
That was the
Yeah,
first big
there's a bunch
casino
of
on
Mickey
in
Cohen.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
instead
was
of Ruby, it was Rubenstein.
Yeah, Rubenstein.
Jack Rubenstein.
Yep.
Jack, yep.
The Jewish Mafia. You can't say the Jewish Mafia. That's what Chappelle was talking about in that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'll have to blurb that from YouTube probably, just saying Jewish Mafia. But we can talk about the Italian Mafia.
Yeah,
Meyer Lansky. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's one of the only guys, he never went to prison.
The first tweet that comes up is a Jake Shields tweet.
I love how relentless you are, Jake. You'll just keep hammering.
You're the same way.
I know. That's why we get along.
That's why I
It's
get
like,
you. Like,
because you'll
you,
see the
won't stop.
injustice and you just keep hammering it.
Yeah, you just can't stop. Autistic or something.
Yeah.
I remember when I first had you on the podcast, I was like, oh, I don't know if you should. I forget what it was. Trying to say I shouldn't have you, that you might attack me and go after me. I'm like,
No,
whatever.
never.
I'm like, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Dude, you had David Duke on your show, dude.
That's the most backlash. Like, I didn't know how controversial he was. I knew he was controversial, but I didn't realize the level. And then I booked, and everyone's trying to talk me out of having him on, including people that are supposedly pro-free speech. I'm like, I believe in my word. I just told this guy I'd bring him. You know, I told him I was going to fly him out there. He was excited. I didn't really have him on a podcast in like 10 years.
Yeah, you're not at Tim Pool. You're like, you'll follow through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, literally your word is all you have. So people are trying to talk me
Exactly,
to cancel.
dude.
I'm like, how am I going to call this guy and be like, I just bitched out when no one's interviewed him for 10 years. So
Yeah,
you know
when people say I turn on people, they never tell the story. I'm always reacting.
Yeah.
Like someone will talk shit about me, and then I react, and they pretend they didn't, and then people are like, oh, look at Owen turning on someone. I'm like, dude, that guy called me schizophrenic on Twitter. I'm like, I'm now mocking him.
I probably do the same thing. Someone will say
Yeah.
something maybe and I go overboard. Like,
Yeah, but I never just, like,
interviewed your
turn
friend,
on
your
people.
friend Sam, or kind of friend, back and forth. Sam.
Yeah.
Someone was showing us, was it on our show, Dave, that someone was showing us like some old news clippings about how we were just talking about they were David Duke. Was this some old news clippings about David Duke, and like David Duke was like winning the election, or he was doing really well in his election or something? This is at the time of, you know,
Yeah, well, I think he ran for governor of Louisiana in like 1992 or something like that, and he was polling ahead actually.
That's so
I
crazy.
mean, he did really well when he was trying to do in politics, and there's still a lot of people.
It's a great name, Duke.
David Duke.
David Duke. See, before my times, I realized how crazy he was.
I'm gonna get him in trouble, but I've heard from reliable sources that he actually converted to Catholicism.
interesting.
And he's not very, he doesn't go out
Yeah.
and say it, but we're winning. We're winning,
Interesting.
Vince.
Yeah.
No, but he was like, he's not even that extreme by today. By the people
No.
you see nowadays, like, oh, this guy's like normal,
No.
mild
No,
manner.
he got like canceled for being like, did you realize that like 80% of the Bolsheviks are Jewish?
Yeah. No, it's complete
You
nonsense.
just scroll through Twitter and like you see that tweet now like in 30 minutes.
Like there's people making millions of dollars putting people's daughters into pornos, and they're calling people extreme. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean extreme?
1,000-person gangbangs, and
Dude,
this
it's
guy's a canceled
insane.
guy.
Like that's why I don't play along. I'm like, I'm not playing along with this delusion.
No, and that's why I'm like, I'm not going to cancel David Duke because fucking everyone's telling me to. People
No.
are just fucking cowards. I don't think I interviewed the guy for like 10 years before I did. Or no
Dude,
one,
he
no
showed
one,
up
like
at
with any
AFPAC.
platform.
Is that how you met him?
Yeah.
He showed up like around AFPAC or something, or at some other event near AFPAC or something.
Oh, yeah, that's where I met him. He showed up there.
And that's
then,
where you met him?
A kid I knew through jiu-jitsu had him with me, so I met him through him.
Interesting.
Young guy, Art, and he was like super nice, like, oh, it's a nice old dude. So
Yeah.
might as well have him on my show. I was like, yeah, you can come on my show. And then I realized, oh, he's really controversial.
Yeah, people that want to cancel people like that, it makes me want them even more because I'm like, people are going to find him interesting.
Oh, yeah.
They're afraid that people are going to hear what they say.
No,
It's
that's-
kind of like me. Like they're scared that I'm going to make people laugh and make them look stupid. You know?
Yeah.
No, they don't cancel when you sound crazy and do shit
Now
wrong.
they like
cancel you
that.
when you
They
exactly.
want you to look crazy.
I think the last interview David Duke did before he got canceled was Alex Jones.
So I think I
And
was
then
the
it was
first
like a
person from Alex
10-year
Jones.
Wait,
interview.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
David
that.
Duke, dude, did an Alex Jones interview?
Yeah, dude, that was extremely red pilling very early on for me. I think it was 2014, 2013. He did an interview.
And Alex Jones is another guy that Joe Rogan used to have on his show a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, Alex is an interesting dude. It's entertaining.
He's entertaining, but he's turned into kind of clownish.
Yeah.
He used to be a little more funny and witty.
But the thing I'll give Alex is I've made fun of him. I've done impressions to his face and he laughs. And if you have a sense of humor about yourself, I give you a big, wide berth.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, the Patriots need erections and the deep state wants you flaccid. And he's like laughing. And I'm like, okay, man, you passed. Like, you're good.
Yeah, I hung out with him before. He was cool, but then, like, I don't know. I didn't like the dude that speak up when they pulled
Dude,
my
he
badge
canceled
away.
me, called me an
Yeah,
anti-Semite.
act like he
I'm
didn't
not
know.
allowed on his show, but I
act like-
still.
Yeah, I'm banned from his show, too.
Yeah. He did it years ago, too. He
I
was
think
like,
he told all the staff I can't come on either. And
yeah.
It's so weird because he was one of the first talking about how Israel did 9/11. He was,
Literally
one
like
of
the
first.
day after.
Yeah.
Do I have to pull the clip up?
Well, didn't he
See, that
say
shows how
it
sharp he
before?
was. That's how you know he's full of shit now. He doesn't not see what's going on.
Yeah,
pull
no,
that-
He probably
Totally.
made a
Find
deal
that.
though, because he owes like billions of dollars. I bet someone's giving him money. They made a deal, like you need an allowance. So you don't really have. So it's hard. I mean, I feel a little sympathy
Yeah.
for him.
Here's the clip.
You're older. You have a family. You've already
There it is.
pushed boundaries. It's like I don't know. It's sad.
Yeah, I just see it as
I
pathetic.
don't support the
It's sad,
Palestinians
yeah.
either.
Oops, sorry. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let me.
He's like, the Chi-Coms run Hollywood.
It's just sad, right? The China. You're in Hollywood. You know it's all the Chinese
the
running it.
Chinese are running Hollywood.
Yeah.
And leave
Yeah, they
long
look China
Steve.
hats. Long sleeve.
Haven't you seen them with the rice hats? They're really small.
We too low.
Here you go.
Something wrong.
I don't support the Palestinians either. They're all hyped up and psychotic. But Israel's going to get us nuked, always backing them up like this.
Look at the date.
Israel
9/12.
calls the Palestinians goyim or cattle or dogs or subhuman. They keep them on concentration camps. I got video of them taking Palestinian women's tomatoes they grow and breaking their water containers and stealing. That's why you have this crap. And our children are going to die. We're going to get nuked because of this. Iran's got the nukes now. Syria.
They still don't have them.
No.
They still-
I don't even believe
We're
in
going to have
nukes, but that's a
nuclear
whole
war because Israel likes to go around bombing everybody.
See, where's this Alex
I'm
Jones?
sorry. It's just the facts.
That's crazy.
Right? Like how much he's changed.
Yeah.
So clearly he knows what's going on. He's just.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's just sad and pathetic.
Well, he was the one who did that Bohemian Grove stuff, right? He was the first one.
Yeah.
that went
How
in there.
wild is that? These are like the elites of like the world, and they're like sacrificing like
They're
effigies
doing
of
like a
Moloch
Moloch.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, giant owl.
These are like powerful people, not just like randoms.
Yeah, no, they were powerful people beating in Bohemian Grove, like sacrificing children, like effigies of children.
No, it's like shit that you think can't be true, and like no, it's true.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
totally true.
I think Nixon called it the gayest fucking thing he'd ever seen.
Yeah,
Just a
because
bunch
dudes
of
are like
fags
naked and
yeah.
stuff too. Yeah.
Like he said a bunch of dudes fucking and doing that. And
Fuck.
Dude, Nixon was kind of based sometimes.
Dude,
Some
you
of those-
realize that
some of
later
those
on.
tapes are hilarious.
that's why they canceled him. They go, oh, I know who canceled him now. Even without digging down the rabbit hole, I bet I know who got him canceled.
Yeah, 'cause
Totally.
he was saying the Jews control the president. He was like, we got to keep the Jews out of government. He was like, they're taking over.
Yeah, he was also like making fun of. He was like, and these homos, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You're out of here, man."
Yeah, exactly.
Now we go
yeah.
down the rabbit hole of like who got him removed.
Well, here it is.
I bet I know who's gonna be behind it.
He has is a bunch of real left-wing group. That's it. He's got a bunch of left-wing writers, and they put it in him, and that's the way he is.
And they all come from one group.
I know.
You look at their names, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Different
Well,
names.
it's the
Hilarious.
the whole thing is a Jewish group.
Well, you see, the Bible teaches that there is the synagogue of Satan. In other words, there are two groups. There's the group in Israel that are going back. They don't know why they're going back, but they're going back driven by God, because I believe we're getting toward the end of things. And then there's the second group that the Bible calls the synagogue of Satan, and it's that crowd that puts out all of your literature, the pornographic
That's
literature.
crazy.
They're
That was
the ones
passive.
that
That
are
was
the left wingers. They're the revolutionary leaders. They're the ones that control the media.
And this is why he got impeached probably.
What was it? The Christian pastor's name? What was his name? Billy
Billy
Graham.
Graham.
Billy Graham. Yeah,
Yeah.
Billy Graham. That's crazy. You don't see any Protestants like that anymore.
No,
there's another
the
Jake
original
Shields
Protestant.
There's
Hey,
another
it's good.
Jake
It's good we put these things in. My tweets are the first one that pops up.
That's so
Just
great.
type in anything anti-Semitic
And
and
then I
Jake
pop
Shields
up.
comes
Number one.
up. Number one
So
tweet.
great.
It's like every time, it's every single time. I'm starting to see patterns here.
Yeah, starting to see patterns here, Jake. What the heck?
I'm good at noticing patterns. I don't know what he says in this one.
You want to play it?
Sure, let's
can
see.
play
Oh, this is just
I
that.
mean, this is him.
No,
It's the
this
same
is
thing.
this is not.
It's
anything-
him talking
yeah.
about like you gotta have American interests. It's you know, if you just do what Jews want, then you're gonna alienate everyone
It's
around
sort of
them.
just
And
like
it's
lax.
very basic.
Yeah, very basic.
Yeah, and I
stuff.
think basically if you live in a country, you should put your country and then the other country. So unfortunately, I realized too many Jewish people put Israel before America. And it's hard. You know, I have a lot of Chinese friends, Mexican friends. None of them put their other country before America.
Well, people say that that's anti-Semitic to say. In fact, there's the State Department's definition of anti-Semitism.
yeah.
One of the bullet points is if you accuse Jews of being more loyal to Israel than the country that they reside in or the country that they're born in. But it's clearly true.
Did
I
they
mean, a
brag
lot of
about
them-
it? They,
Yeah.
You could read their quotes, and then they say that
Yeah,
that
there it
means
is.
you're bad. And you're like, that level of gaslighting can't last.
You know, I think it's already crumbling right
There
before
it
us.
is, right
Here they are.
there.
These are just-
Accusing Jews of people. Oh no, which one is it?
Well, there's a whole bunch accusing citizens of being more loyal to Israel
Yeah.
or the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nations, applying double standards by requiring of it a behavior not expected or demanded by any other nation, claims of Jews killing Jesus or
So
blood
stuff
libel,
they did.
holding Jews collectively responsible for the actions of the state of Israel. Like,
I mean, the first one
the
though,
last
there.
one makes sense. The rest of them are retarded.
The first one there, though, is important, accusing Jews of being more loyal. I mean, look at what, like, when the tariffs hit, when Trump put the tariffs in the other day, Ben Shapiro was going off. He was super
I
mad.
saw your tweet about it
Yeah.
because he had a friend in the jewelry
The diamond.
business.
How
Dude, that made me
stereotypical.
laugh so
I
hard.
laughed so hard at that. Did I see it from you, maybe?
Yeah. I
He's
was like,
it was all good until my friend, you know, he just couldn't, and he bobbles his head.
my friend in the jewelry business lost money, and that's
Oh,
why he
no.
was pissed off.
He's like, five
his
nickels
blood
make a quarter.
diamonds.
Yeah, and then there it is. And then Trump freaking puts him back in. He's like, "This is a great policy." Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, just about like a little amount of money with his friend, like
You don't even have
Eli.
to play it. Just show the tweet here. Ben Shapiro's pissed
He
off
sold
at
less
Trump about
diamonds this
tariffs on
week.
Israel because get this, he has a friend in the jewelry business
That is now
not
making less money.
Don't mess with the Jews' money.
Yeah.
It's like the stereotypes are just getting ridiculous.